Welcome to the Working Fans Podcast. It's your boy, the man called Dave, producer Joe.
Game Up Hard Hydration is our sponsor. It is a great low calorie, low carb. How do you explain it? It's like your favorite sports drink and your favorite seltzer got together. I'm trying to find ways to keep this read fresh because you know what it is. 110 calories, 1 gram of carbs, four great flavors. The man called Dave is going to tell you about every one of those flavors.
Fruit punch, orange, lemon, lime, and grape. Go get
That's
them.
it. There's 4 of them. They come in an 8-pack.
We have been getting great feedback online, whether it's YouTube or TikTok, with these videos I've been putting out, just about basically usually the topic is who had the better career. Sometimes it's who's the better talker, and we just take a couple random wrestlers. Sometimes I'll do dream boxing matches never got. Sometimes me and Joe, we're surprised by the ones that take off. And this one in particular, who was the better big muscle guy? Who was the more successful big muscle guy? Was it Lex Luger or was it Bautista? When I think about just better career, I think Dave Bautista. He had that great run in Evolution with Triple H and Ric Flair and Randy Orton. He would go on to hold the WWE Championship several times. Great feuds with Triple H, Rey Mysterio. But Luger had a great run, and there was some old school fans kicking out here talking about not only Luger winning the world title at one point in WCW, but even before that, I mentioned it, his U.S. title run where he beat guys like Michael Hayes and Stan Hansen. We got a lot of good feedback. Joe, what did you think about this particular debate?
I didn't think this discussion was going to pop off as much as it did, because to me, like, you put up a picture, you put up a picture of Batista, put up a picture of Luger, and to me, it's Luger hands down. I'm also not a huge Batista fan, even though Luger, probably wasn't the most interesting in ring. He was the one I followed more, and I just enjoyed him more. But yeah, TikTok and YouTube really responded. They've been responding to all these videos, but for me, it's got to be Luger, and I don't know if that's just the old WCW guy in me.
Maybe. I have that too, but I don't know.
What made you decide to put Batista up against Luger, though?
My hyperactive ADD brain. I was just thinking about different people. Guys, the thought process of what goes on in my brain when I come up with these, I try to be different. I try to look at people. So once in a while, I'm going to throw you a comparison that you might get in other stuff. Like, I'm like, all right, is it HBK or Brett? What kind of, fan are you of who? But I like doing ones from different time periods that people don't think of. And there was recently, I don't know if it aired yet, but they're doing a documentary on Lex Luger. Might be an A&E one or, something like that. And I just saw like something about that. And that just made me start thinking like, who's some big muscle guys I compare Luger from different eras? And Batista, that would have been to me, because let's be honest, WWE Evolution, Ric Flair, Triple H, this was kind of a homage to the Four Horsemen in a lot of ways. I always thought, right? Because you had Flair in the group. They would dress up in suits. Triple H was kind of more in that Flair role. But Batista, to me, he was that big, heavy hitter. Who else was in that role? Sid, Luger. By the way, a lot of Sid fans on here, too. We'll be talking about him in some of those future topics, too. Yeah, it was very interesting to see the feedback we got. Talking about heavy hitters, guys like Lex Luger, guys like Sid. Last week, Dark Side of the Ring had a heavy hitter in Terry Bam Bam Gordy, a guy I really appreciated his in-ring work when I looked at, and it really reminded me how good he was in the ring.